Hi, my name is Ayça. I'm a creative technologist and welcome to my digital corner. I try to get better at talking to the camera and try not to overthink about the process of editing and actually finish the video. So today we will talk about AI art and should you be worried about these new technologies and are you missing something? So, first things first, I think you shouldn't be worried at all because these tools are always under development and they are changing all the time. And so that means that when you are interested, you probably can, like, don't wait 10 years, of course, but you can still get involved. So, do your best if you like it. And over a year ago, I have generated this frame. It is generated with Conjure. It is text to image. So I show this because is AI art? Converse discussions I was finding myself a lot in like about 6 months or 8 months ago in autumn 2022. So now I do my best to avoid such discussions, but when I was in the conversation, I was saying, okay, I was using this example. 100 years ago, there was the photography not being considered as art because it's taking the frame as it is. But now we don't have such discussions anymore. So why not let's experiment and see if it sticks or not. So this frame, when you put in a context, in this case, this one, it is my yellow chair story, where when I was a child, my parents asked me, what did you miss most from home? I say, my yellow chair. And they really liked the answer, so they were telling me this story. So, yeah, I'm not overthinking. Yesterday I went to Creative Coding Utrecht. If you remember, I had a video yesterday and we've seen how other people use Touch Designer, and it's always inspiring other artists to see use the same creative tool that we watch similar tutorials, that they have really interesting ideas. Okay, one of the person were doing this. So there is heartbeat sensor and there is projection. You see your heartbeat as a circle around yourself, and there is a group of people. Each one has circles, and there is the circle heartbeat goes on and has geometric shapes generated. That's interesting to see. And what did I do so far? I came here and there was a board. It says, what can I Google translated. I'm learning it native was. More, I Google translated. It says what you can teach. And I added myself what I can teach, creative technology, AI, AR, UX, XR stuff. And I put my website, which is ayça.tech, ayça.tech. Yeah. Also inspiring. So is AI art? Yes. And should you be worried? No. And if you are a person who can draw, should you be worried? No, because you have an artistic vision that you can execute your compositions. What I would suggest is this. Ideate your composition before you commit to the design, so you have alternatives and you can decide which approach you like the best. So it is, if you use artificial intelligence in your workflow, maybe it helps, yeah, maybe it doesn't. So yeah, some of the people I see are misinformed about that. You put your words and magically it appears, it generates the one frame. It's usually not the case. for one of my projects recently, I've generated more than 1000 frames to get the one, like I get to choose of course in 1000, but more than 1000 just for one ideation session I used. So it just takes practice and skill like any profession. You get better by doing it. And also one thing you can you can craft your prompts with another AI that can give you more power to describe and have another layer agent working for you to have the prompt. But I don't recommend this because I've been doing that for a couple of months now. When I try to write my prompts, I feel like I'm not that flexible anymore. So it's just like muscles, you just exercise for a while. So maybe it's not a good idea, but why not? So about my experiences, I remember for the first time when I generate my frames with DALL-E, it was these days last year, and I really remember my heartbeat and like it just changes everything. My eyes were teared because I say, oh, now I can see what I imagine in front of my eyes. So it was really I cannot draw. I do my best, but it's not the best thing for me. So that was, now I can show people what I think, and it is really time effective, time cost effective also. Yeah. Yesterday I mentioned about having a better society. I hope that these tools will give us more better society. What do I mean with that? So the creative people have usually great ideas, but they say, okay, in the meeting room, the client wouldn't like it, so let's eliminate it. Costs time and budget, so let's eliminate some of them. So if we have AI we use AI for ideation for these creative concepts, people can feel more involved and they can have more creative freedom. Yeah. Also for me, like I have an engineering background, and engineers does debugging like repetitive, not the same problem, but they got involved with the similar problems always, and it is sometimes frustrating. So using these tools as an expressive tool, it can, yeah. And for the artists, it is new mediums to express yourself. Why not give it a try? I tried. I'm not trying to convince you to do that, but give it a try. Also, it's not always like, it's not always there are some problems about it. So some AIs were taking serious about the copyright, so they know that, oh, we have these data and we paid for it and trained it. But some of them are not very respectful about the copyright. In this case, if you are an artist and you did not give consent of your art to be used in these kind of generative art tool, it shouldn't be possible. But I don't know. There should be a solution. For example, maybe like this. You are an artist, you upload in a generative art tool, and if your art is used to generate, like it, the output has an influence from your generation, maybe you get some revenue of it. So it is like music, I don't know how does it work, but the musician have royalties, so maybe similar to that. There should be some version of there should be some solution for this. And I think the big companies and governments shouldn't decide what's best for us. The user needs to have a saying in these regulations, because otherwise, like, I don't want institutions to negotiate in these things always. So the users needs to have a saying as well. That I'm just a creative technologist. Do your best. And yeah, so yeah, tomorrow, in half an hour, I go Utrecht again and meet more artists and network with people. I really enjoy meeting new people who has a vision and they execute them. One of my goals is to, like, if I'm very comfortable doing this and editing is not really boring me, I want to do this. I talk to, if I create a spotlight and I want to share the spotlight to capture the landscape of art in 2023. So I always think that, what if we had a power to time travel and meet artists? But right now there are artists and we have the power to make them time travel. So why not? I will do that. So I try to meet them before they become the, yeah. And my video from yesterday got 42 views and 6 likes, and 2 of my friends found the video. One of my friends, I knew that we worked together on a YouTube thing, so it wasn't a surprise. But the other person, she's artist from Finland, and how did, like, it goes fast. How did she find it? Yeah, thank you. Have a nice day. Before we close the video, I want to emphasize one thing. Like, forget everything. I don't remember exactly. I even forget it right now. But you are not being late. On Twitter, people try to make you rush that, you are missing the train. So you are not missing the train. You can always catch it. And don't make them to push you. And if there is an AI that changes everything and you need to use that AI, the company should reach you and convince you to use their product. So yeah, experiment and document. That's all I can. Like, I've been doing that for 2 years. It makes still sense after 2 years. Now I go to Utrecht. See you soon. Tot ziens.